Hello everyone, I am Palpatine001 again, the Senate, and we are back with Cities Skylines 2 post bikes update. Yep, the bikes update is here. It is working. Well, I think it's working, but it's here. And yeah, so basically, we've finally caught up to Cities Skylines 1 onto some basic transport once and for all. So we've got ferries that came with bridges and ports, and now we've got the bikes. I'm in Manukau Ranges at the moment, but I'm going to jump over to another city that I'll be doing offline, but we'll be using as a demonstrator tool as well. Because the way your biking and bike infrastructure works is that it works down either existing cities, and in this case Manukau City, which pound for pound is the same site, would be similar to the size of Auckland with its urban geographic characteristics, including city centre, metropolitan centres and urban islands. So that would be retrofitting bike infrastructure into an existing city, which is more complex than you trying to build bike infrastructure into a new city. But at the same time, how bike infrastructure works, whether it's a single seat ride to a destination or as part of a multimodal journey, commonly known as the first and last mile gap. So that is, you bike from your origin to the transit point, usually rail based. You then catch the rapid transit, which is again rail based, can be bus as well, but for the sake of argument, rail based to close to where your destination is, and then you use the bike from the rail based to the rapid transit to your final destination. Now I know you could do that in CS1. By the way, it looks like it's set up in CS2. It could be the same. I haven't tried it yet. So yeah, the new city Marsden Point will be used as a visual demonstrator for most things, bike applications, about how to do biking and retrofit biking into existing cities, aka entering that brave new world, will be done here in Manukau Ranges because of the complexities around it. So as we know, we've got the biking infrastructure, so it comes up in two forms, basically three forms. You can put existing bike lanes into roads. You can also forbid cycling, so they must use the cycle lane. So the way biking works is they can get around three methods without going multimodal. They can ride as normal in the general lane, which can cause traffic congestion. They can ride in dedicated bike lanes, or if you go to the landscaping tool, you can create dedicated path, off-street, separated pathways. Now, like CS1, CS1, same in CS2, you've just got to remember bikes can't use the pedestrian paths, and pedestrians can't use the bike paths, so the old so-called, what these are technically called shared paths, start to apply. So those are the three methods of transport. And then the way the game's worked is you've got to have bike parking at the destination. Otherwise, they just won't bike at all. There's no such thing as tying it up to the tree, the street post, the fire hydrant, or the fence. Not yet anyway, until somebody mods it out. So you've got to be. So you need biking at the destination. You need bike parking at the destination, which would be about right in the first instance, normal instance, in order for the bikes to work. So you need bike parking, which comes along all along nicely along here, which I'll touch on those over in Marsden Point. Better place to do it. That's it. Oh, and there's one other place that comes up as well. So bike parking, and this is why I want to test the multimodal aspect of it. It comes up in some transport assets, such as the subway, and I'll show a subway station, or I haven't seen it with any of the other assets, station-based assets yet. Or the way to do it is bus stop with bike stands, which is giving me reason, along with the subway stations, wondering why if you can go multimodal, so first and last mile gap, which will be an interesting test to see. But anyway, that's how you have to do parking. So without the parking, whether it's through a transit station or a bus stop, or subway. Sorry. It's yeah, they won't use the bikes. It's pretty simple as that. Now, as I said, Marsden Point, which will be done offline, but it'll be used as a visual demonstrator on how to apply the bike infrastructure and your bike parking, and if multimodal works, first and last mile gap, on how that works, because it's a much smaller city. It's only 9,000 in there, so I can show you how those concepts work at a greenfield or brand new city version level. For existing cities, entering the Brave New World, it gets more complex. You try and fit all your bike infrastructure in one go in a city the size of Manukau, and I can guarantee you're going to be sitting there on pause, and at least with the simulator, for quite a long time. So you're going to do it in stages, as a real city would, and Auckland's actually doing, and go out. So in this case, I would start with the city centre, Manukau Way, and then Riverside, because they're the two closest in the suburbs, and then we start radiating out. Although places like Wiri, standalone places like Wiri Town and up in the Highlands could also could go separately. Just to show you how it works in an island effect scenario. Now, with Manukau Ranges and Manukau City, I have already started, and we have caught our first cyclist. I don't know if he's still there because I have let the simulator rip since. But along Manukau Mall, so Manukau Mall actually goes quite a way back. But if you look at the main transit part, so from here up until basically up into here and then through to here, I've established, and this will be a trial, this is where we're going to start rolling out our bike infrastructure. So if we drop, so yeah, because this is the core spine of the entire city, well, apart from the rail itself. So we drop down, I think, oh no, we do have them. In this case, we've got scooters. So here they are. We've got electric scooters. Woohoo! Sorry, I gotta do this because fanboying out. And they're wearing their helmets. I'm not gonna have a debate on compulsory bike. So at the moment, they're in general traffic, so they can hold traffic up if you don't put in the dedicated cycle lane. So there's a tip right off the bat. So yeah, they're already going. But yeah, I've already laid down the first piece just to get us going. So we've got the bike lanes, which is also, remember, this is a transit mall, so yeah. And we've got the first of the bike parking, which is bike shelters. Now, just as an offshoot, there is a bus route in here, so I have laid down, this is the North American side, but this is a bus stop with bike stands, one side, and that's the European version. And if you want to know what happens when you do it, you do it to it. Ooh, what are we overlapping? Oh, it could be overlapping with the bus stops automatically, which is going to be a bit of... Oh, that's going to be a bit of a rip. So what you'll do is... So I'll get that over a little bit later. So the reason why that's playing up is that because there's... Okay, that might be a case I might need to move the bus stop. I'm hoping it's going to allow me to do it, otherwise this is going to end up real short, real quick. Yeah, it's just because the bus stops are on. Okay, so the bike lanes won't show up on bus stops. Not surprised, so yeah. You got to work out how you do your thing. So in this case, this would be Manukau Ranges is going to end up being the demonstrator. Do you bring down a cycle lane down here, because yeah, the bikes have to come out into general traffic, which is a natural hazard. So this is where your separated bikeways would work. As you can mix and match them with and so on. So that's just a quick case. And as I said, I'll change out the bus stops for the normal bus stops for these, because I want maximum biking, because in City Skylines one I could get up to half the city going by bike at any given time. So I'll change out as much as possible. So that's the case there. So but back down to the mall. So you just had a quick demonstration in there. So you can see the cycleway goes through. There's a tram. By the way, cycle lanes don't go on highways. We should all know this. Trams, they're just got to reconfigure themselves. Oh, sometimes the visuals look a bit off. Okay, the bicycle shelters have jumped over. Okay, that's good to note. Is that because the pipe... Okay, so that is no good. So this is a lesson learned quickly. Continue along. Bus station doesn't have any bus stops. Now some assets have cycle racks, sorry. Bus stop doesn't have it. Some cycle racks, some assets have them. I know the most common ones are the Japanese ones for the moment. Go figure. So you, until the asset pack comes online, you are going to have to provide a lot of street side parking for the moment until we can get it caught up in the assets, because you want your residential, commercial, industrial, office to provide their own bike parking, so there's not a mega reliance on street parking, which is not a bad thing. Bike parking, so going Dutch. This is the biggest one because it has its own side entrance. And in this case, we've also got the subway station with bike parking as well, which is that's what I mean. Can you go multimodal, which is going to be the true test. So yeah, we've got it. So we've got our first case down, and we'll continue to work on this on a as what to do as your city enters a brave new world, because this cycling should free up quite a bit of localized congestion. Remembering that most of the commutes are under 6 kilometers, and that's where most of your congestion is. It's localized. So we've got the start going down our core spine plus 1 offshoot as a demonstration, and we'll be using the Manukau Ranges series to how to retrofit a large city such as this, if you want to do it also out in your real life cities. In the meantime, however, now I'm here in Marsden Point, which is my offline city that I want to do separately, but the city is small enough compared to sorry, that's me having a tutu. Is small enough, and it's actually quite a small map compared to thing, that I can use this as a demonstrator on how to do cycling infrastructure and the benefits and any cons that go with it right off, so-called apparently right off the bat. So that's the great thing about it. As you can see, this subway station doesn't come with cycle parking, so I would need to, and given that there is a transit station here, I would in this case need to if I want bikes to work and see if multimodal is going to work, would have to drop that in. And change that over and see how that would basically work out. Now, as I said, bike lanes would not work, because again, it's a demonstration. Won't work there. but will work there. So again, you just got to be careful on how you basically do your you set about your infrastructure. Again, and away you go. So demonstration there. Now I've got keys and that on this side. So I think that would just be a straight. Yeah. But if I wanted to do it as a there they are there. So I should be able to go to landscaping, not decals, landscaping. And I'll just leave it at that for the moment. But that's how you would do it off a so-called separate one. It ain't gonna work strictly well in this case because of where it's going. But if you were gonna do that, that's how you would do it. So let's convert that. Whoops. Huh. Wonder what keys I didn't use. Or whatever it is. Not liking that in a hurry. Wonder which ones I actually ended up using. Oh no, they're the same ones. This is being a little bit picky today as usual. And there's basic. Oops, wrong one. And of course that connects up to the beach, which we've got there. So yeah, Marsden Point will be a good demonstration. Oh, by the way, the Netherlands stations, like the German station, has entrances both sides. Just a heads up. Didn't realise that. So yeah, this will be used as a demonstration on not only the infrastructure, but also how to the economic benefits of tying it back into your businesses and that as well, with a lot of literature and real world pointing that out. So I just want to check this out. So subway interface, yep. Taxi stop, yep. Oh, okay, so that turns out to be a park and ride as well. Not good for your urban city centre urban environments, but maybe out in your suburban, possibly. Good to know. Yeah. So yeah, that is where we are with It's a Brave New World with Bikes. Marsden Point will be used as the demonstrate when I want to demonstrate the concepts in a brand new setting or say an economic setting, while Manukau Ranges will be doing it on how to retrofit in the large, medium or large city and how you go bit by bit by bit. Whereas with Marsden Point, it would be a case of extending it out as well as the city goes. Despite the fact this would also be an offline city, so it'll just be if I need to illustrate points. So I will get cracking with Manukau Ranges 7.1, which is the detailing of the port and the inland ports, because we've also seemed to have picked up a new asset of all things. I'm not talking about those ones. I am talking about, I've just got to remember where they are now. We've picked up some new cargo transfer assets, which was very interesting to note. Just got to cargo transfer stations. They now go straight through. So it'll be interesting if you can use those as miniature ports, as inland ports as well. So yeah, 7.1 detailing the Marsden Point port and Manukau Ranges, as well as showing off the new highway rail connections for the secondary entrance. 7.2 will be the establishing of the inland ports in Manukau Highlands and Taranaki, and I might have one more Taranaki. Sorry, I might have one more going somewhere else, just depending where. And then we'll cut into 8.0, where we'll start doing the cycling infrastructure retrofit in Manukau Ranges, starting in the Manukau City Centre, Manukau Way, Riverside, and Manukau Riverside to the inner suburbs as well, and expanding outwards. I'm Palpatine001. It is a very brave new world with cycling, and we'll get cracking and see how this very powerful mode of transport really benefits your cities and even your transit systems.